Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and today I'm going to be swatching all of the Juvia's Place palettes that I have. Someone had left me a comment on a video I did over a year ago where it was like an Ulta haul and all I bought were all of these palettes and I unboxed them and everything. And she left me a comment on there asking what I think about the brand overall. And my opinion on this brand is they have wonderful eyeshadows. I mean, the formula is incredible to swatch, and that's kind of, I love to swatch these shadows. I want to do this because I want to do it. I just want to swatch all these. I enjoy swatching these. Every now and then I just open them and I'm like, dang, that's so good. I find them so difficult to use though. The mattes are like ultra pigmented, which is not a bad thing, but I just don't know how to work with shadows like that are so pigmented and so like intense and rich right away. These shimmers are really, really, really beautiful. I think a bunch of them have mineral oil in them, if I remember correctly. The ingredients are not printed on the palette, just on the box. And it makes them feel really oily almost. They don't crease on me at all, even though they are really oily. I don't want to say really oily, but when they have some mineral oil or dimethicone in them, it makes them feel like cream almost. But they are powder. They're not powder-y at all. These shimmers are nowhere near powdery, dry, or dusty. They're very creamy, almost like a cream eyeshadow. The mattes, like I said, ultra pigmented. I find them hard to work with. I tend to reach for these palettes a lot when I want one shade. I'm wearing this one here on my lids today, and then this one here just a little on the lower lash line, and this one right here is a pop on the inner corner. And I tend to reach for these palettes a lot for one shade, like I just said. Like I open it and I'm like, oh, I want to wear that really great pink one today. And that's usually what I tend to do. I don't go for like all of the shades and try to make a look because I find it so difficult. It doesn't mean the shadows are bad. I just don't have the skills to manipulate these shadows. But they're a really great brand, I think. And yeah, overall I do like the shadows, but I reach for them as singles. So let's get swatching. This is the Saharan, and like I said, this is the one I'm wearing today. I'm not going to pronounce any of the names because some of them are words I do not know how to pronounce, and I don't want to mess it all up. So this one is so pretty. I also have a video that I did about a year ago where oh my god, look at these. They're so pigmented. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Okay, look at that. It's crazy how pigmented these are. They're so great. The shimmers are so good to use as singles. In my opinion, that's just how I found best. Sorry, I got distracted by how beautiful these are. And these are like one of those brands and the formulas that if you love swatches and you love to like make those little designs with swatches and stuff, you will love this brand. You will love this formula because it is wonderful for that. Like you never want to stop swatching. You just want to like do it again and again and do it again on your hand. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I have nothing bad about the swatches. I mean, look at that. Look how pigmented. It's crazy. Anyway, that was the Saharan. I have a video that I did about a year ago where I talked about each palette that I have and which one would be the best fit for you. Like if you love mattes, if you love shimmers, if you love a mix, if you love cool tones, warm tones. I'll link that video down below in case you're interested in checking it out. Anyway, next up, this one is so pretty to look at too. The packaging on these is also just really well done. This is the Saharan II. None of the palettes have mirrors, which doesn't bother me, but these are so good. Okay, some of the palettes have huger pans than others. Oh my gosh, just to touch these is like a treat because they're so good. So pretty. There's those right there. I love these. I think there are some newer palettes that they've put out. I haven't like been going out of my way to collect all of them or anything, but every time they're on sale, I always like I'm super tempted, but I definitely don't need them. I don't, there's the last one there. So pretty. I definitely don't need them because I mean, I have all of these and I don't reach for them as often as I really should. Like I said, I reach for them for one shade here and there. I actually just bought the highlight yesterday. The, what is it called? Not yesterday, I bought it the other day. But I feel like the highlight is definitely, I feel like one of their eyeshadow pans just expanded. It feels exactly like one of the eyeshadows. I'm going on a tangent. This is the Magic Mini by Juvia's. I don't know why it's Magic Mini. Do they have one that's just called Magic and that this happens to be the mini version? So pretty. Did I get that one? Oh yeah, it's just like a super tan shade. You can hardly see it right here. Very close to my skin tone. Oh my gosh. Like every time I swatch these, I wonder why I don't use them more often. I've always wanted to depot some of these as well and like put them in a sort of Z palette. Look at that, so pretty. But I know I've seen other people try to depot these and they're kind of difficult. I think they're glued in pretty well. And I don't want to mess up the pans. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look how Mardi Gras. That is so pretty. Ooh, look at that. So, this one right here looks like the odd man out because it's just like a tan random shade. Alright, next up, if you're wondering what I'm wiping this off with, just this Ulta makeup removing facial towelettes. Because I had them there, why not use them? Next up is the Nubian II. Another one with really big pans. And as far as I've seen, like I've looked at all of these side by side. I've swatched shades that are super similar. Even that highlight that I bought from them, I swatched all of the shades from these palettes the other day that might be similar because I thought it really was just one of their eyeshadows that they just made a big pan out of. And it's not in any of these palettes. Also, what I've noticed is that none of these palettes are overlapped. Like I don't notice any of the shades repeat. You know how sometimes in some palettes, like just a brand will put out a billion palettes like Tarte, and a lot of the shades you can tell it's just like from this palette or that palette, they just put a different name on it. These ones, none of the names overlap or either. Oh, look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, these are ultra pigmented. So, so pretty. I'm getting distracted by the beauty. There isn't any overlap between any of the shades in any of the palettes as far as I've seen. There are shades that are similar, but there is nothing identical. And I think that that's crazy. Dropped one. That they were able to do that considering how many shades they have. This is the Masquerade Mini. This one is a lot of mini shades. I actually just cleaned this up. I've been going and cleaning a lot of my palettes and they're looking so brand new and beautiful. This one like was exploded with all this purple everywhere. Now I'm like, have I even touched this? Yes, I have. Like even some of these blues and these greens, looks like I already swatched some from other palettes, but I've swatched them next to each other and they're not the same. Look at this. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that shade right there called Zola. That one. I'm getting distracted. Look at it. I gotta swatch it again. Oh my gosh. I almost want to take off what I have and put that on. That is so pretty. When I was talking about depotting some of these, I know 100% that if I depot these, I'm going to completely forget about them. I have this palette actually right here, an Adept, like magnetic palette that I love. I love it. I have a ton of singles in there. I recently went through it and kind of rearranged it, took out all the big pans I have, and now everything in there is just little round singles. Lots of Makeup Geek, lots of ColourPop, and a lot of like depotted shades from other things. That one that one right there is kind of crumbly because I don't know if I dropped this or what happened, but it's obviously like I stuck my finger in it. So don't let that swatch right there. Not the best swatch, but you know. Oh my gosh, look at these. I can't get over it. So beautiful. I know that if I were to depot these, ooh, that one went everywhere. I'll forget about them because I won't remember them. I won't know to open up the palette and see like how pretty the palette is and see that shade amongst its friends in there. I'll just see it sitting and I'll be like, oh, it's just another shade. You know, I won't think of it as being so beautiful. I don't know. Do you guys do that? When you depot stuff, you immediately forget about it? I don't know. All right, we got 3 more here. Oh no, 4 because I dropped one. This is the Douce or the Douce. Really pretty. I love this. Like, I love this one to look at this all the time because it looks so pastel. Like, I don't know. Just the shades are so pretty in here. And then there's this one really dark chocolate one. All right. Oops, I could swatch one more. See this green? I've swatched that green against the other greens that look like it, and it's not the same. I don't know how they did it. I tend to like these ones that don't have a bajillion shades. Like I like the ones with the bigger pans because it's less options. And sometimes less options is better. Like when there's too many options, it's like there's no options, you know? And sometimes I like when they just give you like a limited selection and go, that's it, that's all you get. That's all you get to pick from. This one's very muted, very pastel, really, really pretty though. Like that one a lot. All right, next up we have the Zulu by Juvia's. Another big pan one with another really pretty green one. I want to try wearing some of these mattes on their own because lately I've been very, very into one shade on the lid. That Tarte Pro Remix palette really got me into it. Doing one shimmer all over the lid and that's it, and I've been loving it, and I've been reaching for that palette just about every day. But I want to try doing it with matte shades, like just one matte color all over the lid. See, a couple more greens in there. They're not overlapped though, they're different when you swatch them next to each other. All right, the matte purple. So pretty. 2 left. Dang, I love these palettes. These are those palettes. I seriously swatch these all the time. They're usually back here, just like stacked up like a little in a line. Let me grab that one I dropped. And I seriously open them up and I'll look at one and I'm like, ooh, this one right here. I was just going to talk about this shade and I happened to open it. This is the Festival. I love the packaging of this. I don't know, the colors with the orange, like everything just like pops. It's so pretty. This black one right here, I swatch all the time. I've never used it because I'm afraid of black eyeshadow, but it's like the inkiest, oiliest black, like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to swatch it. I seriously open these palettes, I pull one out every now and then, and just swatch a couple shades, and I'm like, oh my god, how did they get this formula? It's so good. Difficult to work with, like I said. Well, it's not difficult, I just don't have the skills. Okay, look at this red. Look at that beautiful orange red right there. I gotta put more, I gotta do that deeper. Oh, it's so pretty. Then they give you this black. I saved it for last. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's like this oil spill, black, inky, dark gray. Like it's not the blackest black I've ever seen, but there's something about it that I can't get enough of it. And it just makes all these other things like pop. It's so good. All right, we got the last one here, the Warrior. I think I've done a video with the Warrior palette before. I also did a palette bingo with one of these and it came out horrendous. But this is the Warrior palette, the most like neutral kind of nude palette here. And let's get swatching. This is the last one. And I'll swatch that highlighter too that I bought for fun. Why not? Because I have it. I did have one of the blushes, but it was so pigmented. Oh my gosh, look at that. So pretty. This one right here is very close to my skin tone, so you can't really see it. Anyway, that blush that I had was way too pigmented for me. I could not control it. And I did declutter that. I think I sold it on Poshmark. But I will swatch the highlight. This one is so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at it just glistening. So nice. Let me grab the highlight real quick. And yeah, hold on. Alright, this is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3 by Juvia's Place. I love that they keep the theme with the packaging on all of their stuff. Ooh, this one does have a mirror. I wasn't expecting that. Even though I've opened this a million times, but I opened all those palettes, they had no mirror. I was expecting this to have no mirror. And breathe. Okay, this highlighter, it feels exactly like the eyeshadows. Exactly like it. But it's also not like the eyeshadows, because all the eyeshadows, no matter how many times I've swatched, have never, ever, ever gotten hard pan or even something near hard pan. This got hard pan the first day I touched it. I opened it, I swatched it, and I was like, cool, there's hard pan already. Which, I mean, highlighters, I guess, aren't meant to be swatched like that, so you shouldn't, there is no reason for you to put your finger in it. But anyway, I bought this because this shade, I read a bunch of reviews on it, and it said everyone that was reviewing this had light skin. They said it was the best pop-in highlight for light skin. I did not like this very much. I put this on, and you could clearly see it on top of my face. And I'm not, like, trying to make my makeup look natural in any way. And I don't mind if it looks like I have highlighter on, but this was very clearly just sitting there. and I didn't like it. Like, I could see it, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I like that. I swatched this against all of these shades in the palettes that might be similar, and it's not one of the eyeshadows. Like I was saying, I thought it might be an eyeshadow formula just expanded. But now that I, swatch it and I touch it and I've used it, I don't think it's the same as the eyeshadows. It's not, I mean, it's very vibrant, but it's not as, I don't know, it definitely is not the eyeshadow formula like I thought, because now I'm like eating my words because I don't think it is. Anyway, I don't really like it that much, unfortunately. That's just me. Anyway, that is it. Those are all of my Juvia's Place palettes swatched. Let me know if you've used any of these. What are your favorites? If you've loved the formula like I do, but you just find it hard to work with, let me know. And that's it. I will see you later in another video. Bye.